Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Cigars and Everything Else podcast. We are in episode 56.
Yes, sir.
Hey, I had to think about it for a second, D. You know, our engineer didn't put the right episode number in. He messed me up.
We was episode back. Now we 56, man. We moving. We climbing the ladder.
Yeah, there we go. Hey, in this week's episode, we're going to get into some cigar talk and a little bit of everything else. My name's Jared. Denzel's my co-host. And of course, we got one ritual of the show we need to get into. And I am not prepared, but usually you are.
Come on, man. It was a no-brainer. I knew who this one was going to be last week.
Who we got?
LT, man, the great Lawrence Taylor. Got to give it up to him. Like, it was hands down. I already knew this is where we was going. 56. I looked real quick to see if there was anybody else who came in competition.
A sleeper? No sleepers.
No sleepers. LT, man. Lawrence Taylor.
Hey, you won't get no argument with me. LT, that guy. Hey, and LT had a slick little low-key acting career, too, that he slipped into, man. He was all right, you know what I'm saying?
He tried to get his O.J. Simpson in there.
Yeah, he tried to, man. I wish he was kind of funny, man. He had like a sense of humor. I wish he would have actually made it a little further in it, but you know, it is what it is, man.
Hey, shout out to you saying them football players that did that. Jim Brown did his thing.
Yeah. Jim was good.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. Oh, and by the way, I think Jim Brown passed away not too long ago, right? Like a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
I saw somebody say something like. And the crazy thing
think about it for a second.
It didn't make big news.
Nah,
Jim didn't make big news
like that.
I mean, I kind of got an idea why, but
yeah, Jim mean a whole lot more to us than everybody else. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
That's on us to get Jim his flowers.
They kept it quiet. Not too much was said. You know, I saw one little thing. I actually had to go and dig and try to figure out the information. Like, hold on. Did he really pass away? And nobody said.
You thought it was one of those frauds, right?
Yeah. And it was real. But hey, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Jim Brown. Shout out to the Juice too. Shout out to LT.
Yeah.
Acting
shout
chops.
Out to all three of them. Now Jim was the best though out of all of them. Jim was the best, so? I think so. You know, Juice was kind of like, you know, hokey a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But Jim was serious. Jim had some serious stuff, you know what I'm saying? It was comedy, a lot of it, you know what I'm saying? But he was able to portray a serious attitude, you know? Like,
yeah. You're right. I give it to him. But it's the LT episode. And man was a beast on the field. Nasty with it. Take me back to my childhood. Man, those are ones, like you mentioned Junior Seau last week. LT's one of the ones that take me back to my childhood.
Yeah. Easy. Without a doubt. LT was one of them guys in your child. You know what though, man? Truth be told, there was do you like some of those football guys from back in the day? Those guys was like superheroes to us as kids, man.
Yeah,
it
man.
Don't feel like that no more, do it? Like the kids
I don't know if it's because we
heroes like Titans like we used to. Like
I don't think so. Like the way we used to, like, man, remember Bo Jackson, guys like that. Remember they had a cartoon.
Bo had a cartoon.
Wayne Gretzky. Who else they had? Who else was in it? It was a bunch of sports players. And like the way
Who was it? They had somebody from. It was Bo, Wayne, and it was only like, was it 3 or 4? It was 4.
I thought it was 4. I think it's 4.
You got me racking my brain now because that one didn't make it long, and I can't remember it like that.
Was it Mike Tyson? Was he in it?
I'm about to look it up. Keep cooking on it though.
But but like that just kind of takes me back to that mind state of like back in the day, like we had the cartoons and they were superheroes. You know what I'm saying? So with the same fashion, when we watched them on the field, we watched them on the court, it was like otherworldly. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, this is these guys are superheroes right now. And I don't know if it's because we're older and we're looking at them and they're younger, or if it's just the access to how these athletes are, same with entertainers, even if it's a mystique behind it. But yeah, man, back in the day, them boys was titans to us.
Yeah. It was 3, and MJ was the third member.
MJ. Okay. Okay.
Yeah. They took the three guys from the. I can't even say the big three sports. You know what I'm saying? But I guess because Bo covered two, they was like, all right, we got Bo to cover two, so we don't have to have a fourth member.
Yeah.
And then we'll bring Wayne Gretzky in because Wayne was just GOAT of what he did. You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but them boys are superheroes, man.
Show was called Pro Stars.
Yeah. I remember that.
But you know, what you said is interesting, right? Because I don't look at them. We're never going to look at any of these guys as like us, you and I, our generation and up. We're never going to look at them as the way with the twinkle in the eye like we used to because we're not kids anymore, obviously. But I just wonder if the youth look at their athletes with that same, you know, like, wow, that's a
I think some do,
monster.
but I don't think as much as before. Not as much as before. I mean, I still think, and I think they maybe they age out sooner than us too. Like even into our teens. I think like after like that young preteen phase, once that's gone, then probably not. You know what I'm saying? Because the way the kids grow up nowadays anyway, they grow up too fast. So the mindset is a little bit different. The mind state is just a little bit different than how it was when we grew up. We stayed in that kids stayed a little longer than the kids are now. So we looked at them.
And on top of that, man, some of these guys, the testosterone come out of the sport so much too. So it's hard to look at them like gladiators. You know what I'm saying? Like even as a kid, they're talented.
The gladiators too, by the way.
Yeah, another one. You know what I'm saying? But you look at them like talented people, but you probably don't look at them like titans like we did. You know?
And maybe I don't know if we want to go here, but like you said, the testosterone was pulled out, that masculinity, that grunt, that it's kind of gone from sports anyway. You know what I'm saying? It's a prettier sport in football, in basketball. You know what I'm saying? It's more about the flash than it is about the
aggression is gone. Yeah,
the aggression is gone.
Contact, man. The impact.
Yeah, so that could be another aspect of it too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You demasculate us. What you think is going to happen?
Yeah, I've heard some of the younger people make fun, like old heads think this is how sports is supposed to be played, and they just show people just like two Rams just going up against each other. But
that's an element, though.
It's an element. There you go. It's not supposed to be played like that, but it is an element of it. Like
I'm going to be more talented than you, but then I'm also going to be tougher than you. It was both more physically
imposing than you. I'm gonna put my will on you. I'm gonna beat you mind and physically. You know what I'm saying? It's supposed to be a combination of both with sports. Yeah, you got to be better than somebody on the streets, or you shouldn't be a professional. You know what I'm saying? So, what makes you a notch above them, other than not only your mental but your physical? You know what I'm saying? Like it ain't just
all of that matters. All of that is what makes sports us. Because like we talked about sports, I don't want to go too deep in this because we ain't even got to the cigars yet. But when we look at sports, we say, that's not a sport. Bowling, you know what I'm saying? It's non-contact. It's not going up against nobody. Golf, not going up against anybody. It's non-contact. We look at sports as something like you have to have some kind of physical ability that you're going up against somebody else, outsmart them, outwill them, out-tough them, outskill them. All of those things matter. It can't just be skill with no physicality. That's not what makes it sports. The physicality plus the skill all makes it sports.
Yeah,
to us.
That's what makes it exciting.
Yeah.
And that probably is a piece of why baseball can never be where where we would want it to be, because it's that physicality lacks ultimately. You know what I'm saying? Like
you get it
probably in why we say it stinks so bad.
You get it in like them little glimpses. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Somebody run from one base, steal a base, you know what I'm saying? Slide, try to jump.
Into one another.
Yeah, and then that's it. Then it dies.
The catcher get all the physicality sliding in the home. Other than that, it's nothing. But
that's it.
Yeah. Now I think hockey still keeps it. I've seen some recent hockey fights. They still throwing hands, like
as they should. If they ever change that the way they can't, that sport's dead then.
But see, they just float under the radar because they ain't mainstream. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like they're able to retain what their fan base loves.
And if the hockey ever makes
have to go to rugby or something in order to see some good physical.
Oh, let's bring rugby to the forefront. That's the sport that needs to be brought to the forefront. I like rugby. I like rugby. They get it in.
Yeah, it's some man stuff going on in rugby.
Let's see some more rugby. Bring rugby to the forefront, man. Let's do it. Hey, man, you ready to get to it?
Yeah, 10 minutes later, we went on a rant. But it's cigar time. Forgive us, Sticks, and forgive us, aficionados, for not getting to the cigars a lot quicker. We should be smoking by now.
Yeah, because I'm excited. I'm excited.
What we got? I'll let you kick the introduction of the stars off today.
Hey, let's do it. Hey, look. So, check this out. So we missed Father's Day weekend. So I treated this cigar.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, happy Father's Day. Let's not
belated.
Just breeze over that.
I don't want to gloss over that. Yeah.
Yeah. Fatherhood is very important. But so in that vein, had to get a special smoke, right? And so I treated my cigar shop journey this week with that mindset. Let me get something for Father's Day. Let me do something nice. So what we went with was the, forgive me if I say this wrong, Plasencia Alma Fuerte. I got the green boy. Got that green band. And what has always drawn me to these cigars, and I never stuck out and got me one, is their displays. Honestly, they have some of the best displays I've ever seen in a cigar shop. They take the cake 10 times out of 10 usually, with how they got everything set up there. Hexagon-shaped cigars, everything is just eye-catching. It's eye-catching. But then you see that price, you're like, ooh, I don't know. But we went ahead and did it. So we got this one price point. I think this one's about a $22 smoke. The reviews look good. Everything about it feels good, smells good. I'm ready to get to it.
All right. And what we have here is a beautiful, I'm going to say loosely planned scenario, because it was never discussed firmly. It's just something that kind of fell into place the way that it did.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Today will be the Plasencia. Plasencia?
I don't know, man. We gotta
Plasencia.
Plasencia, Plasencia. I don't know.
Plasencia episode, because I have an Alma Fuerte also.
So which one?
I got that black boy.
So I got the 1865,
but it's box press.
You got the box press. Okay. Mine's kind of box press, a little bit, slightly box press. So I got the 1865, Colorado wrapper, Nicaraguan jalapa, and Nicaraguan origin. Yeah, binder and filler, through and through.
Yeah, mine says Nicaraguan wrapper and Nicaraguan origin also. Yeah, I don't have nothing special on the actual band other than Robusto, so I can't even give no additional information on it other than the size. Robusto 5 1/4 and 52 single. If you want to know specific specs, if you nerd out like that, but that's all I got for you.
So I do want to give you your credit. After I saw yours, you showed me yours. I'm like, you know what? That's the go. That's what we doing. Like I didn't go in there with the mindset of that's what I was going to pick up. But once I saw that display, and then I saw that what you had, you like, you know what? We can do this. We can do it. I like it.
Yeah, mine was around that $22 mark also, but mine was by accident, without a doubt. I did not. I thought I was getting about a $16, $17 stick, and I just.
So you saw that final bill.
I sent you like 3 sticks, and that was one of them. And as I started calculating, everything had a actual price tag on it, but the Plasencia. And I'm like, okay, 14, 16. How did we end up at this total price? I'm like, man, because
you had to go back and look.
I had to look. It should have been $30-some. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what's going on? So that's how we got there. Nice straight cut, by the way.
Yeah, I went with the straight cut too. I'm going ahead and toasting mine with matches.
Likewise.
I'm going to use a few. I'm not pressed to be a one match light today. I want to get it toasted right. I'm notorious for the bad burn, so I want to treat this one right. I want to get my burn just right. I want to get my toast just right.
So you going to go indirect contact?
Yeah.
Or are you straight on to the stick at this point?
No, indirect, but not too far away.
Mm-hmm. Now, we always assume that the people, I'm going to do the same thing, and this match is about to burn out, so I'm going to get a new one, but we always take for granted that our listeners are more experienced and right there with us. So for those of you who may not be as experienced, actually lighting your cigars, and you just come for everything else, but you're interested in cigars, the proper way to get your cigar started is to not put it directly in the flame. You would actually want to, let me light this match and show. For those watching the video, you don't want it directly in there. You want it about that far off where it's almost touching. That will start lighting that tobacco, as you see. I don't know if the smoke's picking up, but it's starting to light it. A little inhale with that. Well, not inhale, I'm sorry. A little draw. You'll actually start to light up.
All right, we got some unevenness already, so I'm going to go ahead and correct this right now. So real quick, we mentioned the price points of these cigars. So I ran into Davidoff at the shop.
Mm-hmm.
They had $115 stick in there. And they looked like they were selling. They had some empty spots. And I'm telling you, I was tempted to, not necessarily tempted to pick it up, but tempted to consider it at some point in life.
Mm-hmm. You should consider it at some point in life.
Special occasion, talking to the guy at the counter, asked about the cigar, like, man, that I saw y'all had a Davidoff $115 stick in there. And mind you, this is not the most expensive cigar. There's definitely a bunch of cigars that come in that price range or higher. But this is my first time actually seeing the price range of that in the actual cigar shop, like right there on the shelf, open, ready for the taking, right?
Not nowhere fancy in Vegas inside a casino with a cigar shop or something like that.
Yeah, or something like that be in the case. You know what I'm saying? In that price range or higher, it'll be in a case off to the side, behind the counter, whatever. You got to ask for the special to get that. You know what I mean? But I'm like, man, and like they're selling? It's like, yeah, they definitely are. I smoked one a couple weeks ago myself. And I was like, what in the world? At what point does, you know what I'm saying, do you feel like you need to have a cigar that costs that much or higher? It's like, hey, man, it's the right moment, that right feeling, that right environment. He said, that's what you're going to want. I smoked it. Man, that thing smelled like money. You want to feel right in the right environment? That's what you want. It's like, man, you might be right.
Hey man, you just say you ain't signed a contract big enough yet. That's all, man. When you get there, you'll want to celebrate it.
Like, hey, boy, give me one of them Davidoff. Which one? No, not that one. That one right there. But man, I would love to get to that point in life, get to that moment, have that occasion where I'm smoking something of that grade. Just a couple of times. We always say that you can find a good smoke under $10, around the $10, $12 range. Of course, we smoked them all and have some really, really great smokes ever since then. And give me just a second.
Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. You don't want no $10, $12 smoke on the yacht while you celebrating a $500,000 deal. You know what I mean? You just don't want that, man, So for me, I get it. I'm not going to argue with it. I understand why Davidoff is necessary at that point in time. It's going to be certain times when you on that yacht, you need the Davidoff $100 stick to celebrate that 6-figure deal you just signed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's what you do.
And you know what? Like, you can leverage that desire to get you to that point, to say, you know what, this is something that I want to do, to push yourself to get to a point, to sign that kind of contract, to make them kind of deals, to make that kind of move, to get that big payday, to say, hey, look, $115, no problem, let's do it. I need that good smoke to go with it. Let's ride.
Yeah, man. I mean, shoot, you think about it. The Class A, you can't have the Class A with just no $8 stick, man. You know what I'm saying? You got it's certain events and certain sticks that go with certain liquors and certain lifestyles. You know what I mean?
Yes,
like,
sir.
It's only right. And I wanna let me get some background on Plasencia, man. That I want to get on this before I forget about it because I saw this. It says in the article I see here that Plasencia is responsible for several brands because they are the factory where a lot of these companies get their cigars from and they tobacco from, including Gurkha, Rocky Patel, Five Vegas, Romeo y Julieta. And that's just a few of the big names that go through this particular manufacturer.
Okay.
Now I don't know what order Gurkha's requesting from them, but they need to pick out a different set of leaves. But Rocky, Romeo, yeah. And you know, Five Vegas is a sleeper. Five Vegas is good. I just ain't had one in a long time. I like Five Vegas a lot. I just totally forgot about them because I don't
think I've ever had it. I don't think I've ever had it.
I had like 5 of them. You know, somebody sent me like one of them little packs and stuff like that. They gifted me that, and it was nice. I enjoyed it. Really good stick. Really good stick, man. And I don't know about you, but this is very pleasant. You know, I haven't even bothered to figure out what's pleasant about it, but it's pleasant.
You just know it's a pleasant ride. You know what? It's almost the same for me. That's kind of where I'm at too. It's just off the first light, first puff. You know, wasn't even thinking about, hey, what's standing out? What am I liking? I'm just enjoying the ride. Like as soon as I lit it, puffed it, and got going, it's just like,
This is enjoyable. I don't know why it's enjoyable. This is very pleasant. I'll leave it at that. You know, we'll save it for later on in the review. Maybe I'll actually concentrate on what I'm doing. But that's a good sign, though. When you just in the moment and you just not even trying to figure it out, it's just like, hey, man, kick your feet up and recline the seats.
And just go with it.
Go with it. That's what I feel like. Yeah, I can't. That's very well blended. Nothing is jumping out. I'm gonna have to.
Nothing's jumping out. You know, I am definitely getting some really good cedar, almost to a sweet point, but not like sweet where you know what I'm saying, like we talking about Fat Bottom Betty sweet or anything like that. But just a hint of subtle sweetness on top of the cedar. Aromas are really really nice and pleasant, light, kind of like floral. It's just not strong on earth, but it's there. It's a nice little undertone that lets you know, hey, look, yeah, this is a tobacco leaf. We're gonna give you some floral, some sweet, some cocoa, and a little bit of cedar, and that's it. Just like a nice, like you said, a nice blend of those things. Put it in the blender and just nice.
That's I wonder what's different about our sticks, because that's pretty much my experience. You summed that up very well, because I was retrohaling as you were describing it, and I can all of that. That was very accurate. I would have never been able to put that together without you saying it though. Like, but that's pretty much what I got going on. But it's blended so well that I wouldn't have been able to individually pick that out like you did. Yeah. You did a good job picking that out just now, but. Yeah, that's the same thing I got going on. Why the difference in band? I guess they switched the band up for the.
Well, yours is different.
I got a box press.
Because yours is not a 1865. I was looking at them earlier. Let's take a look. Let me see if I can figure it out. Mine's 1865. Yours is. You have the black band. No, yours is 1865 too. Option number 4.
Yeah, it's just a different option of the same thing.
It looks like your profile's a little stronger. Yeah, mine's a medium profile. Yours is just
very smooth. This ain't that strong. But I don't know how smooth yours is. Yours could be even more dialed back.
Oh, mine's a Colorado. Okay. Yeah, mine's a Colorado wrapper. And yours doesn't have the Colorado wrapper. That's the difference between yours and mine.
I got a Nicaraguan wrapper.
Yeah, so mine's Nicaraguan
but our fillers are pretty much the same.
Fillers are the same. Just mine just has an extra layer of wrapper. It says Colorado and Nicaraguan. Yours is just Nicaraguan.
Yeah.
Yeah. So here we are, man.
Okay.
Top
so
notch smoke so far.
You got the deluxe version.
Give me a little extra with mine. Come on now.
Yeah, you got 2 extra tracks on the end of your album. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get the extra songs, the bonus songs on mine, but it's all good though.
Yeah. But yeah, man. So let's get into some everything else, man.
Mm-hmm.
So a little bit of sports. NBA Finals just ended, and we're watching Denver celebrate. Shout out to them, right? Mm-hmm. And they're asking, what's his name? Jokic. Hey, so you ready for the parade? And he looking at him like, parade? Man, I'm ready to go home. Like, what time's my flight? Like, are we done here? Like, during the whole press conference after the game is over. And he's like not excited. Everybody's celebrating around him. He's not excited. Press conference come, they're all hype. You ready for the parade? You ready to show Denver some love? Da 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 da. And he like, I'm trying to get home. I don't know what y'all talking about. Dude seems super annoyed. Like, yo, yeah, I just won the finals, but you know what I mean, light work, okay. And let's move on. So that kind of led me to thinking about not necessarily cultural appropriation, culture vulture or whatever, but it's like, man, this is something that our people, we herald. Winning the championship, going back to Denver, going back to the city that you represent, showing them love. Yo, I did this for the city. Cleveland, this is for you.
Yeah.
My man, like, forget Denver, forget the NBA, forget America. I'm trying to go back to my homeland, my people, and I'm trying to, whatever, NBA season over, I got my bag, I got my chip, I got my ring, well, about to get my ring, and I'm 2 fingers, I'm out of here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And this is supposed to be what people are looking at as like, hey, this guy might be the future of the league.
Yeah.
But with a thought and attitude like that, it's like,
you ain't got no love for this.
You got no love. It's like a side hustle. It's like a side hustle
for him. This is 9 to 5. He clock in. I do this job well. I do it because I'm good at it, not because I love it. Like, yeah. It's an interesting concept, man. But I believe he's not the only athlete. I'm sure there's been many athletes throughout history that did sports that they were good at, not because they loved it. You know what I mean? Like,
but to get to that level of accomplishment,
yeah.
You know, you got some people. You know, they'll do it for the check, but there's some kind of pride in, or at least outwardly showing pride of, yo, I got the heralded chip that's been elusive to thousands and thousands of players. Even the greatest of them don't have what I have. AI don't have what I have. Melo don't have what I have. Chris Paul ain't got what I got. But I'm just ready to go back to my homeland and chill. Like, okay. Thanks for participating. I'm out of here.
Yeah. I don't know, man. You would want to think, you know what I'm saying, that someone at that level has some form of passion or respect for the business that he's in. You know what I'm saying? And it's a sport, but I'm gonna call it a business because at the end of the day, you know, every sport's a business. But he just ain't there, man. But think about it, man. There's got to be other people. I hear fighters say that stuff, man. They don't love it. You know what I'm saying? They just been doing it since they were kids and they good at it. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, but doesn't that break your heart to a sense, though? Like to see, like especially when we talked about how we looked at our sports figures back in the day, to see a sports figure do something that people pay a lot of money and spend a lot of time to invest in watching and cheering for, to find that out that your favorite player don't really love what he's doing. This is just
see where it would break my heart is if I knew that he was leaving something on the table of his ability because he didn't love it. That would break my heart. But if he's giving his all while he's on the clock, some people are just hard workers. You know what I'm saying? Like
he's just a hard worker.
He's just a hard worker. Like me and you from that cloth. Like, man, we can hate a job, but we gonna do it to the best of our ability. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just our upbringing. So as long as the athlete is giving me 110% out there, he ain't gotta love it because I never got to know that he don't love it. You know what I'm saying? As long as you play like you love it.
As long as you play like it. Yeah.
Yeah, but if he out there and I can look in his performance and see that he giving a half behind performance, and then it breaks your heart at that point because you like, hey man, it's time to hang it up because you ain't giving your all to this no more. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's you got somebody's spot that would actually go out here and work hard and entertain me. Because at the end of the day, that's all we all want from these athletes. You know what I'm saying? Like,
great entertainment.
That's it. You know, we can pretend like we love them and all this other stuff and we want what's best for them, but they want their check and we want to be entertained. And that's the relationship.
That's the relationship. That's the agreement that we got. Now, you talk about entertaining. You got these players that don't show up to work.
Yeah.
Well able to play. Don't want to get on the court, don't want to get on the field, but they still want to collect their check.
Mm-hmm. Not a fan of that workload. Is that what they call it? Workload management. Yeah, I'm not a fan of workload management because at the end of the day, my part of the relationship is fan. So therefore, my part of the relationship is to want to be entertained. Don't come to my city workload managing. And I want to see you perform. You know what I'm saying? I bought a ticket to watch so-and-so play. Don't sit him out because you think, we don't need to win this game. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm watching all these other guys I'm not interested in play. I'm not there for the team sometimes. Some people are there for the team, but some people are there for individuals.
They want to see that player. Yeah, they want to see the individual play. Yeah.
I went to go to the Lakers game to watch Kobe in his last season. I showed up for Kobe. Kobe better get in the game. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to watch 4 other jabronis running around in yellow and gold. Like, I want to watch Kobe come in the game and play at some point in time. Like, and they're depriving the fans of that because they got their own individual goals to win, but their goals on the line with my goals as a fan.
Because I might want to see LeBron play, but I'm not a Lakers fan. So you thinking about winning your chip for your team, for your city. Yeah. But I want to see the individual.
Yeah. And who pays
for
you?
your goals and what you want for the season, I get it. But don't align with what I'm trying to do right now. with this $80 ticket I just bought, $100 ticket, $1,000 ticket.
$300 ticket. Yeah. But
I'm in the nosebleed with mine, so
Yeah.
My ticket's gonna be $80.
But with that being said, $40. We keep them in business. They don't have no league without us. You know what I'm saying? So you got to find a balance between doing your strategy and keeping me satisfied. I am the person you need to be worried about satisfying. I don't care if you don't win a chip at all. You need to make sure you keep my ratings. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, keep my rating. Yeah, because how else you gonna get that check? You know what I mean? So I think what the league needs to do is do it like regular people 9 to 5. You get so many sick days. You get so many PTO hours. You know what I'm saying? All right, man, ain't no workload management today. You didn't use all your sick days. You didn't use all your PTO. All right, come on, LeBron, get on that court. Come on, Zion, get on that court.
Perform.
Sick leave up. You ain't got no more sick days.
Yeah. I'm a fan of that. You know what I'm saying? That's how I view it, but I'm viewing it as a fan. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm always constantly hearing stuff about how these players is getting messed over with their money. Like, I didn't know that they were getting taxed in every state that they go play in. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And I heard that KD said when you get the KG, Kevin Garnett, he said something in an interview where he was talking about if you get a max contract, they're going to you have to give 10% back to the owners. And he was like, this is stuff they don't talk about in the league. So not only are you paying taxes in every state that you go play in, you're also giving 10% of your contract back to the owners if you get a max deal. So these guys they're getting it rough financially. And I know they like, hey, man, you working me this hard, man. I ain't about to work this hard if I ain't got to. I ain't even getting all my money. But at the end of the day, your money is still better than it's ever been historically, and it's still a lot of people.
90% of 90% of the country.
Yeah, there's a lot of people in the world that do what you do for free. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. There's kids up north that's shoveling snow out of their driveway to go do what you do for free, just for the love of it. So even if you come out with 60% of your money, which this is a sticky conversation to get into because I'm telling somebody, even if you get 60% of your money, you should be happy. I can't tell them because I've been mad 60% of my check came back. Yeah, but I understand your madness, but on the bright side, still look at the amount of 300 million is a lot of money. You can live quite well with 60% of
you still collecting a nice check. So I get it. Mm-hmm. But you're getting compensated very well, even with the percentage that's being taken out. Even with the percentage that's being taken out, you're still getting compensated very well.
Yeah. Very well. So find a way to get your butt in the game, man, and play. You got a short career. It ain't going to last long. You know what I'm saying? It might feel like it is, but everybody ain't going to get the LeBron career. Most don't. If you can get 10 years, you had a nice, long, full career.
Yeah.
I saw Kobe because I always get these Kobe clips and stuff, and I be watching them a lot now. But Kobe was talking about he realized it was time to retire when he went to go play a game, and he looked in the rafters, and everybody he came in the league with was already up there. He said, "What am I still doing here if all these guys has already made it to the rafters already?" And that is the sign of an extremely long career because most of them guys had nice, long, full careers.
Yeah.
And it won't but probably 12 seasons.
12 years,
12 years go by like this.
Yeah.
I've been smoking cigars over 12 years. Felt like 3. You know what I'm saying? It's going by like that. Like,
yeah.
So, get in the game. It ain't going to last long. You know what I'm saying? It's a minor sacrifice that the rest of your life, man. But
and be set up for the rest of life. You retire, come in at 21 for some of these guys, 20, 18, 19, 23 at the latest. Rock out till you 35, go home and you chilling. Come on now, show up.
Just show up, play hard, make sure that you keep us fans entertained, make sure you selling merch, you know what I'm saying, and make sure somebody want to see you and then be seen. That's the business. Then get out. You ain't never got to be seen again. From 36 to 80 is the rest of your life to you.
Yeah.
Go play with your hundreds of millions of dollars.
Y'all life. But why you can suit up? I need to see you suit up. That's my gripe. That's my gripe with that. But hey, much power, much love, and much power to the Joker if that's what he want to do. You know what I'm saying? You want to show love to the game, show love to the chip. It is what it is.
Hey man, and speaking of him, that's the new king of the league.
That's the new king of the league, man. That's the
crazy,
new king of the league. Yes, sir. Look,
LeBron still played,
I'm telling you, huh?
LeBron still played, don't he?
LeBron ain't the king of the league right now, which is another problem. LeBron has never been the best. Right? Has LeBron ever been the top dog at any point?
It's questionable. It's very questionable. It seems like he does. On the surface, it seems like he's run the league for so long. But
he's always sharing. He's always sharing it with somebody. He's always a 1A and a 1B at any point in his career. You can always look at it. There's always a 1A and 1B with him. He's never been definitively that guy.
Yeah. And look who he gave it up to. Jokic. Now, the big critique on Jordan was all these white scrubs he played against. And then you get this rugged white guy from foreigner that takes over your league while you still
he just comes to work with a lunch pail and go home.
Blue collar guy took over your league.
come to work with a lunch pail, put in work, and they go home. Like whatever. All right, clock in, clock out.
Now get this though. I'm bringing this up just to poke the finger at all these people that make fun of Jordan and argue LeBron. But truth is, I like the idea of this guy Jokic because it might point the league in the right direction. You know what I'm saying? Like just that guy in his style of play, if he can get that hot again, great. You know what I'm saying?
He's gonna shift the league back to what it used to be, or close to it, a resemblance of what the league used to be. Because you can't live in
for that.
Yeah, you can't live and die by that 3 anymore. We've seen it. It. All those teams that lived and died by the 3, that's not going to win against a team that's centered around a Jokic type.
Yeah.
It's not going to work. It's not going to work.
I'm very happy that he's having his success. He is a blessing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm teasing, but shout out to him. He is necessary for this sport, or it's going the wrong direction without him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's my old head rant on that.
Hey, I don't know if we're ready for the midway review, but let me just tell you this. I am a big aroma guy when it comes to cigars. And let me tell you this. I don't know about you on your end, but I don't have the thickest, creamiest smoke or whatever. But man, this aroma is like one of the most pleasant I had. I think the only cigar that might come close to this pleasant aroma might be the cigars in the Cohiba realm.
Yeah.
This might take the cake right now, but we'll get that at the final review.
Yeah. Now I do have some creamy smoke on my end. And the aroma's nice. I've been enjoying that also. It's just enjoyable stick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not ready to rate it. I don't have a clue where I'm going with this. You know what I'm saying?
I think I know where I'm at right now. I think I know where I'm going. I think I have a good... we got a long way to go with this stick. Long way to go. We're still in the first third. And I'm on cloud 9 with this bad boy right here. I'm on cloud 9.
Yeah.
I don't know if the Hibiki is helping too. I am pairing it with some Hibiki. I've been on this little lemon twist with my drinks lately. So I got this lemon twist with this Hibiki, and it's a beautiful combination. But I think this is I'm on cloud 9 with this guy right here.
What led you down that lemon road? Because you mentioned that to me the other day.
Yeah. I was on a lemon tequila, man. I don't know. Kind of going back to my mixology thing, you know what I'm saying? Like I was in it for a minute. You know what I'm saying? You definitely do it too. And I kind of got away from it. And then like lately I want to spice some things up a little bit. You know, I got the premium drinks now. And I kind of wanted to see what to mix with the premium drinks. So I haven't been mixing my premium drinks. All my premium drinks have been neat, straightforward. I did the not on the rocks, but chill with the ice. I've done that straight up. That's what they call it, straight up. So now I decided let me play with these premium drinks a little bit. So I did this little lemon twist thing, and it's been nice. It's summertime too, so summertime. It's a perfect blend.
Only with tequila, or have you been touching it up with anything else?
The Hibiki today. So yesterday was the tequila. Today's the Hibiki. So I got the whiskey with it.
Yeah,
I love it. Might be my go from now on.
Okay. Hold on now. Maybe I blanked out and missed something. You just using lemonade or actual lemon, fresh squeezed lemon or lemon juice, or what are you doing?
Fresh squeezed lemon. But then I got this lemon San Pellegrino to kind of give it that little spritz too.
Sparkle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's nice.
Okay. You know,
nice.
I ain't mad at that because, people normally do the lime. So, you know what I'm saying? You went to the cousin and got the lemon out. You know,
the lemon. So, you know what I'm saying? It's summertime.
It's a nice little blend.
So, yeah.
Why don't you go ahead and make it a Sprite and add the lemon and the lime?
Lemon out of San Pellegrino. You said make it a Sprite. A Sprite tequila.
Squeeze a little lime in there.
Yeah. I might try that next. A lemon lime. I think that'll probably sit better with the tequila than the actually the whiskey too. Because lime goes nice with whiskey.
Yeah. And we on to something.
You on to something. I'm gonna try that a little bit later today.
Yeah, if they hit, let me know. I need to come back and mess with that.
Yeah. Hey man, I want to talk about something though, real quick. We talked to you mentioned about novice cigar smokers and people trying to learn about the culture and whatnot. This is a culture thing. So tell a quick story. It was earlier this week. It might have been like Wednesday or something like that. Tuesday. I go to this park downtown DC and I bring my cigar. And I'm sit by the water, smoke a cigar. I get out there, look around in my car. Man, I forgot my lighters. I ain't got no matches, nothing. So I leave the cigar there. I'm just go for the walk. I'm just walk the park. And I'm walking. Then I see this gentleman sitting in his car, older gentleman sitting in his car, smoking a cigar. And I stop at my tracks. Hey man, you got a lighter? Yeah, I got a lighter. It's like, man, I brought my cigar out here. I was like maybe a half a mile away from my car as I'm walking. So like, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna go get my cigar. I'm gonna be right back. So I head back to the car, pull up, get out. He gets out, greets me, hands me his torch. And we sit there and we talk for a good hour and a half. And if anybody knows me, I'm not a roll up on you, talk to you for an hour and a half kind of guy. It's not who I am. It's never been who I've ever been in life, right? But this older gentleman, myself, two strangers. The idea of perfect strangers coming together in the cigar culture is like one of the most beautiful things I've ever witnessed. And just earlier this week was just a testament to that. Just the fact that I didn't have a lighter. I roll up on this random guy in an area that's not so friendly. You know what I'm saying? It's not like one of the like the deep South states where everybody's just friendly and just speaks to each other. Yeah. Nobody talks to anybody out here, right? Randomly. But I run up on him. I hit him up, and we sit there and we talk about everything under the sun. We talk about cigars and everything else, pretty much. And it was just a beautiful moment when I'm sitting back in the middle, midway through the conversation, like, wow, this is the culture, man. This is the culture. Yeah. This is why we love it.
Right. Yeah, that is without a doubt, you know, for any of the novice people, anybody that listen to the show, for the everything else and not the cigars. If you considering it, if you ever watch us and it looks tempting to grab a cigar, you know, that's what you're going to get once you start doing it. You're going to be very welcomed in. It's not going to be no situation where it's uncomfortable. It's one of the best cultures that I can say I've participated in, man, because everybody welcomes you with open arms. It's nothing but love. Yeah. I ain't never seen no argument inside no cigar shop. I ain't never seen nobody fussing. I ain't never seen nobody not be willing to help or do something nice for you, pay it forward, gift you, all these things. I went to a shop to pick up my cigars for the week to smoke probably about 3-4 weeks ago. And there was a guy in there and he was just walking around with his wife and he was kind of saying, you know, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm a beginner. You know, I don't want y'all judging me and nothing like that. And the guy that was helping him was like, hey, man, you ain't got to worry about none of that judgment. We don't do that, you know. And I was just like, hey, man, he ain't lying to you. That ain't what happens around here. Don't nobody care about that. People want you to love what we do. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you ain't going to get judged. You're just going to get a lot of people excited to help you. Like, now if you go to a wine shop or a liquor store and go into their cigar area, you're not gonna get that. You gotta go to where the actual cigar.
You gotta go where the cigar lovers
are. Making a profit off of cigars, but
yeah, absolutely, man. And I mean, I see it time after time, and it's just the way this guy was receptive to me. And I wasn't looking like, you know what I'm saying. I wasn't buttoned up or, you know what I'm saying. I had a do-rag on, some sweatpants, and a t-shirt. I'm just going to go sit at the park and smoke a cigar. Like, I wasn't looking like nobody important and special or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And just the way that this guy received me. And you say he wasn't looking like much of anything either. He was just out of the park too, just wanting to enjoy his cigar. Like, he just went out there just to do his thing. And it's just like, hey, man, I wasn't afraid to approach him and he wasn't afraid to receive me and help me out. And was like, yo, this is dope. This is dope. Yeah. Like, I wasn't planning on even sitting here and spending my time talking to anybody. And if anybody knows me, I don't You know what I'm saying? Just didn't talk to anybody. But it was one of those moments, man. It was real dope. So that's the culture.
Cigars is a brotherhood, and we'll say sisterhood also, because there are a lot of aficionados.
Yeah, we talked about that too. Yeah, we talked about that too, which is a real cool point to make. Was he's an older gentleman. He's about to get into his second marriage, right? And his fiance doesn't particularly love cigars as much. You know, he understands, hey, he loves cigars. He got to do what he got to do. He's going to enjoy it. And he likes to go to the cigar lounges. And we talked about how, you know, he's like, I'm not going to the club. We're going to the bar and seeing women and this and that. And I'm like, yo, man. And they're like, there's women at the cigar lounges. Beautiful women. But when he goes there, it's like he don't have to worry about, it's like his woman doesn't have to worry about, hey, look, the women ain't there for him. The women ain't there to find somebody. Them women are there to have a cigar, just like we are. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like he was saying how she felt safe and cool with him going to the cigar lounges, even if there's women there, because there are going to be women there. There going to be some sisters of belief who enjoy smoking cigars. And we were in the same situation. We went to cigar lounges before. Women over here, we have conversations and whatnot, and it was just conversation. It's like, you know, like, it's cool. They just love the cigars just like we love the cigars. And they want to enjoy the cigars just like we do. You know what I'm saying? They want to have a cigar, drinking a conversation. Nothing more, nothing less. And I just thought that was real cool. And it's just having that conversation with them. It's like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? You right.
That's all it is. These things right here are calling card. Not even calling. These are like having a membership card to get into the most exclusive club, and we all are members of it. And if we find out that you're a member of our fraternity, this cigar fraternity, we treat you good. Like you say, because at the end of the day, you're not a person in your normal life that will go out your way to be that way. I'm not, and these people we interact with, they're probably not either. But when we find out we got this in common, the fraternity is there. And now at that point it's, hey, what you need, brother? You need something? Hey, here go a lighter, man. Take my light. I got an extra case. You can take my case too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
man, as a matter of fact, man, he gave me, you know the matches I love, right? So I was eating up his butane. So this is cool too. I was eating up his butane in his torchlight, and I'm killing it. I'm like, man, I don't want to keep, because it was windy that day, so I had to keep relighting. Like, man, I want to keep eating up your He's like, nah, I got some matches for you, man. So I got these other matches too. So he gave me the matches. After we finished talking and cigars were done and we parted ways, I get to my car and I realized I got a butane canister in my car. So before I pull off, I pop out, hey man, I got some butane. I can fill you back up. Like, man, don't worry about it, man. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna go to the cigar shop. They're gonna get me right. And I was like, yeah, I know, man. I used up all your butane, but hey, look, I got some butane if you want it. You sure? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He was willing to allow me to run down his butane, give me some matches, and then once I realized I had some butane, I was ready to give it right back to him. Like, hey, look, man. And we talked about that too, as far as like, you know, it comes around to you in the cigar culture. You give and you give, you take, you give, you receive, and it's just that constant, you know, circle of giving and receiving. And I think it's dope, man. It's nothing like it.
Yeah. Great community. So that's our pitch and our sale for all of you guys who come for everything else. If you stayed through that, go buy you a cigar. That's your message, to go grab you a cigar this weekend or go to a lounge somewhere.
Yeah, man.
You know, and take in the culture.
Come on into the culture, man. Come on in. It's a beautiful place.
Yeah, most definitely. All right, D. I think we've been putting this off long enough. Are we ready? Are we ready to really give our feelings on these sticks here? Because I still don't have a definitive answer, but I have a definitive feeling about it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't have the words, but I have the feeling. So
that feeling is all you need. That feeling is all you need. I think with that feeling, it's going to lead you to the right, the right words, man. You got it. Because if your smoke is anything like my smoke, the feelings ain't gonna lead you wrong.
Okay.
You want me to go?
I'll start first.
All right, here we go.
Because you did a much better job with your words, so it's probably best that you get the end because I don't know if I'm going to do good with my words. But for what I've experienced has been pretty much some of the same things you said in the beginning. With the cedar, I picked up on like some type of cocoa. I picked up on, I had a creaminess on mine. And actually, as I'm going into this next area, I mentioned the cocoa. This is starting to kind of get a little more richer. Some of that cocoa that I was picking up on is in the part of the stick I'm going into. It has been, I wouldn't quite say toasty, but it's something to kind of give me a little bit of that in there. It was in the beginning, right off the top, it was like a little bit of almost, I don't know, it was smooth, but there was a point where it felt like there might have been like a little bit of a slight zest in there, but it was very subtle and everything was so well blended. As I smoked, I noticed something that maybe it was like kind of like a pine cone kind of vibe a little bit, but not. I don't know, man. I can't find the words for this thing, man. But it was very well blended, and it was just a overall smooth stick. The aroma was great on it. I didn't run into any. It took the speed bumps like a Rolls Royce, man. That's all I can say, man. Everything was just nice and smooth along the way, man. Yeah, it just was. This is the worst description ever, man. But this was a damn good stick. That's all I can say, man. It was a mighty fine stick. It was the type of stick I had the feeling while smoking this stick that there was a point while smoking it, I said to myself, wow, I should always smoke like this. I shouldn't go back in smoking. Like I felt that for a moment. You know how we had the classic? We was like, okay, I shouldn't go back. I felt like I shouldn't go backwards after smoking this stick. You know what I'm saying? There was a point I felt that. And this stick is obviously in the fours. I just don't know where I want to go in the fours with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a victim of the moment and overhype it. And I don't want to underscore it because I really enjoy this stick. I'm going to go with a 4.5 because that just is safe. But it was a mighty fine cigar, you know, and I'll end there.
4.5. All right. I like it. All right. So I got to giggle a little bit because, hey, man, I'm with you on it. So look, check this out. The way I'm going to explain it is this. In this cigar, in this stick, it has everything I love about a cigar all wrapped up in one. Subtle. So I like a complex cigar, right? Nothing really punches me in the mouth and say this is the full characteristic of the cigar. It's like it takes everything I love about a cigar, whether it's the cedar, whether it's the aroma, whether it's the taste, the feel, the body of it. You know, it's not too thick, but it's there. It's rich enough. I got that toastiness. I got that cedar. Got that hint of sweet and a little bit of cocoa. It's all in there, but nothing's overpowering everything. Everything is EQ'd perfectly in this cigar.
Yeah.
And I don't think I've had a cigar that's been EQ'd as perfectly as I'm a Liga Privada guy. I love Liga. That's one of my top favorites. I can always count on Fuente. It's like a Fuente heightened. You know how like Fuente is just subtle and smooth and just gives you everything you need, but cool. This is just like Fuente, but just that much better. Man, I think this might be my favorite cigar. I'm gonna put it down like that. I think this might be my favorite cigar of all time, and I might be saying a lot right now. But it hits me everywhere where I want to be hit. When it comes, because you know, sometimes you have a cigar and it might give you a bite off gate, but you know the good is coming, or it might start off good, but then you know the bad is coming. But with this cigar, like from the start to where I am now, and we're just getting to the second third, so we still got a long way to go. So my rating might change down the line, But where I'm at right now, this might be my number one cigar of all time. Yeah. I might almost feel bad of not putting this in my top 5, and it might make my top 5 next year. Davidoff, you got some competition.
Yeah.
Liga, you got some competition. Yeah. This bad boy right here, this 1865 Alma Fuerte, I'm going to give you a 4.8.
Woo! You jumped out there and did it. You did it. Hey, I wanted to say 4.7. I wanted to say it so bad. That's why I said I don't want to be a victim of the moment and jump out there. Like, I wanted to jump out there.
You know, it's giving me, bro. I wanted to do it. Better. It's giving me Cohiba, but better. You wanted to do it?
I forget it, man. I revised my score and say what I wanted to say. 4.7. I wanted to say it, but I didn't want to jump out there. I was like, maybe I'm being a victim. I don't know if I'm in the moment, like, you know what I'm saying?
If I'm a victim of the moment, I'm a victim of the moment right now. And maybe I might sit back and finish this cigar and be like, you know what, it wasn't all that great. But where I am right now, at this point, an hour into the smoke, almost an hour into the smoke, 50 minutes to the smoke, I would say this is probably the best 50-minute smoke I've had to this point.
Yeah. Yeah. You're a bad boy. It's a bad boy. You know what I'm saying? It's real, you know.
And here's the thing.
I didn't have the heart to say it, but yeah, it's real. Like,
and this is coming from us. We have no cigar bias. We have our favorites. And this particular stick, you know, you picked it up. I don't know, like, if you intentionally went to go and say, hey, this is what I want. But you picked it up.
Accident.
I thought you picked it up. And he's like, you know what? I always kind of wanted to try them. Never had them before. Never had any idea of whether they're going to be great, whether it's going to live up to their price expectation. Nope, none of that. And if y'all have been rocking with us for at least half of these 56 episodes, y'all know that we are straight up when it comes to our reviews. And if a cigar is not that, we're going to say it's not that. If we said a cigar was bad in the past and we say, you know what, it could have been user error, it could have been the way we kept it and we did wrong by the cigar, okay, we need to relook, we need to revamp how we look at this cigar, or yeah, that cigar was terrible. Unbiased as it comes. This cigar, man, hey, it's like I'm on cloud 9. I'm still on cloud 9. I might be on cloud 10.
Yeah, it's
not the Hibiki talking.
Fine stick. It's a good cigar, man. And no, I didn't go in with the intention of buying this. I never even considered. This is my first time smoking this also, and I never considered buying it. I didn't think about buying it that day. I just knew I wanted to try something that I hadn't tried before, and I went in with that intention. Let me go grab some sticks, some brands that I don't typically go towards.
Yeah,
it was at the door as soon as I walked into the humidor, and I was looked over. I'm like, man, I see them around. Let me try them. But I didn't even know the price point was in the 20s. To be honest with you, I thought it was going to be like a $16, $17 stick.
Yeah. I had an advantage over you because I actually shopped for it, right? And you saw I picked up another one that's priced a little bit, price half of this particular stick. And there was some that went even higher. And of course, their displays were so nice. So I would say that this lived up to the display expectation, the price expectation. It lived up, and I don't hear a lot of hype around it. So we're not even basing it off any hype. Yeah, I see the displays, and the displays are nice, but quiet as kept.
I don't hear a lot of conversation about it. Yeah,
mighty fine stick. In the words of Jared, it's a mighty fine stick.
It's a mighty fine cigar, you know, like it needs more hype, you know, but I guess we'll be on the hype train from now on, pushing that. And I'm curious of how your other one is going to turn out.
Me too. Now, yeah.
To see if it's the brand or if it's just they rolled up a nice stick on this one, you know.
Yeah, because, hey, man, if I can get a feeling that's close to this for half the price, it might take up half my
It's gonna live in your humidor at that point.
My father's, and forgive me if I'm saying you wrong, Plasencia.
Yeah, that Alma Fuerte.
You're in my humidor from now on. Even at $20, if the other one don't live up to what I wanted to, even at $20, like you said, I might not be going back.
I'm gonna have to revisit this one. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be one of them ones I revisit. You know what the edge was when we first started? How we always would go get other sticks and then double back for an edge in the mix.
Yeah.
This Plasencia, this Alma Fuerte could be that. You know what I'm saying? Like where it's just a double back. You know, I double back to go get this always in the mix pretty consistently. But
yeah, cause she nice.
She nice. Hey, y'all got the word, man. Hey, that's the end of this episode, man. Shout out to LT because you got the Plasencia Alma Fuerte episode, and homie, you deserved it, man. You got a mighty good episode. I got to give it to you, man, because you got to be connected with greatness. Hey, man, we out, man. I ain't got no other words, man. Y'all keep them sticks up, man.
Other than Cigars,
buy you a Plasencia.
Go get you one, and then get you some Hey Pinky. Let's go.
Yeah, lemon.